V4 has been strong all year, out in lane 4 by virtue of winning their heat, so no surprise to see them leading. Brown, which was very aggressive in the last race, out in the far lane, lane 6, is in second place, and then it's very close from there between Ohio State and California. So, as before, only 3 of these crews can get into the grand final. And it continues to be Washington. They're getting challenged by Brown. Yale is actually in that tussle. It's a 4-way tussle for second, third, fourth, and fifth. But it's Ohio State that has begun to assert themselves. Stanford has dropped back into 6th place as Yale has passed them out in lane 5. So it continues to be Washington. Brown is starting to fade a little bit, and much earlier than normal, here come the Buckeyes. They're going into second place. California is going with them, though. Brown may be about to give up that qualifying position, which they have held since very early on in the race. Washington's trying to stay calm, cool, and collected in front of all this mess that's going on behind them, and they actually have gained another seat or so. It's Ohio State that's in second place, but Washington continues to be in a strong first place position, and they're striking 35 strokes per minute. Coming up into the 750 meter mark, while Brown might have just slipped out of the qualifying position compared to California, they're certainly not slipping out of the battle for that. So they're hanging in right there, and currently it's 4 boats going up to 3 spots. Stanford is in 5th, and now Yale has slipped back into 6th. So we're seeing Stanford and Yale exchange places a couple of times here. Washington continues to be under pressure, primarily from Ohio State. California has slipped maybe back behind Brown now. So Brown, it almost looked like they were going to be cooked.
Go, Bruno!
Bruno! They have not faded, they have not folded, and if anything, they're coming back in Ohio State to put themselves back into second position. At this point, it would be California, the boat left out of the final, out of this lead pack. So when we're coming to the 1,000 meter mark, Ohio State has rallied back against Brown, and in the process has closed in again on Washington. I just heard Ohio State Coxon at the 1,000 meter mark call, "We're moving on Washington." And she may be right, but I think Washington's moving back. Maybe they heard her as well. Past the 1,000 meter mark, it is Washington, Ohio State, Brown, California, and then you have Stanford and Yale. Over to you, Mark.
Brown and lane 6 who have made that early move. Great paint job with some teeth and a nose and a red eye just skimming across the water. Amazing. Now the lead right now, though, is Ohio State. Washington holding on to second, and then that fight for third is between Brown and California, though. California just behind the Brown foul right now. 12:50 into the race, half a boat length lead for Ohio State. Here in the JV semifinal for the Division I fours. Top 3 going to that upper final, remaining to the lower final. Right now, 2 of the boats appear to be Washington and Ohio State. The third, well, California or Brown. We'll have to see. Yale's off the pace, and in 6th right now. 5th belongs to Stanford. Washington in lane 4, one of the heat winners and qualifiers, beginning to flag a little bit, it looks like, as they approach the 1,500 meter buoy. Ohio State staying ahead by about a half a boat length. And 6th, who is in 3rd place right now, is California in lane 3, who's in 4th. But both California and the Brown boat are really giving a challenge to the Washington boat. Meanwhile, Ohio State looking like they're leaning in a little bit more to their oars, and they are trying to increase their lead over the boat from Washington, but it's, they're only making minute increases at a time.
Go, Bruno!
Go, Brown!
We saw Yale do it in lane 1 in some of the previous semifinals. One of the silver qualifiers, but still making that top 3 and going to the upper finals. That might be the case with Brown right now. They are picking up their stroke rate here, approaching the 250-meter mark. Ohio State still in the lead. Washington still in second, but Washington only now has a half a boat length lead over the boat for Brown. Brown picking up the pace. Washington sensing that they begin their stroke rate increase as well, and then sprint towards the finish. Ohio State watching this from that first place position in lane 2. Fourth place right now is California. Fifth belongs to the Stanford boat. Yep, Stanford boat in fifth, and Yale in sixth right now. Coming down to the line, Washington, they